been here. The athletes have competed for 13 hours over 2 days, and this is where we're at. Aiden Owens Delerma, 8,086 points. The possibilities are endless in terms of what he can do, and we'll talk about that a little bit more. Heath Baldwin in second at 77.91. His main task will be going after the Olympic standard of 84.60. Devin Williams in third at 76.49. He has a shot to surpass his PR from 7 years ago with this 1500. Devin Williams PR 83.45. He's currently in third. Edgar Compre from Miami and Portugal has a shot at not only smashing his PR of 77.29, but scoring 8,000 points. Jack Flood in fifth, the veteran. He has 7,317 points, and with a kind of respectable 430-ish 1500 can surpass 8,038, and that is his lifetime best. Dan O'Brien, I'll let you talk about what Aiden Owens Delerma can do here in this final event.
All right, let me check my text here to see who got back to me. And I think everybody's keeping it a little bit quiet. But I did get a chance to talk to Aiden Owens Delerma's father, as a matter of fact, and he didn't have any brilliant insight as to how Aiden was going to run this 1,500 meters. But Coach Travis Geffert, he didn't get back to me. But I think the consensus is, look, Aiden Owens is not in PR shape. He's not in college shape to run that 1,500 meters. But I think he just off of sheer guts and determination, he'd be able to go 430, 428, right in that area. I think he'll probably let somebody else take the lead if they're froggy enough to get out in front. But I just think he's got too much pride. Yeah, he's got too much pride to just sit back and run a 445. But he's got an opportunity to run 8,800, score 8,800 points, and you don't get that opportunity very often. So I think he's gonna put a good one down there, but I don't think we'll see anything in the 14s.
Okay, and I appreciate that. Owens Delerma did run 4:13.02, but that was later in the season. That was on July 24th, 2022, and the 10th event, of course, of the World Championships in Eugene, where he finished fourth, just outside of the medals. Now, Owens Delerma's national record is 8,532 points. He's going to smash that. The world leader is Leo Neugebauer at 8,708. He will probably, in all likelihood, smash that. So when we get down into the 8,800 point area, the number 13 on the all-time list is Trey Hardy at 87.90. I'm going to give you some of these names. Number 12, Daley Thompson, the Olympic champion, two-time Olympic champion from Great Britain, 88.11. At 88.15 is Erky Newell, the 2000 Olympic champion who took over for Dan O'Brien. At 88.32 in 10th is Brian Clay, another Olympic champion from 2008. At 88.36 is Leo Neugebauer of Germany. 88.67, Garrett Scatling of the USA. Our own Dan O'Brien at 88.91 in 7th on the all-time list. Perce Lepage of Canada, 89.09. The world champion, Thomas Dvorak, 89.94. Damian Warner, 90.18. Roman Chevrolet, 90.26. Austin Eaton, the two-time Olympic champion, 90.45. And Kevin Mayer, the world record holder, at 91.26. That's some pretty incredible company that he can, at least on the lower reaches of that, can be with.
Well, and not to mention, you mentioned Leo Neugebauer. Not only is he listed in history there, but the German national record holder, and just amazing the guys that he surpassed when he broke that German national record. Christian Schenk and
Jürgen Ingsen and Guido Kretschmer. Those types of guys. Yeah. So you see the lineup here. There'll be 18 on the start line. We're expecting Austin West, who had a rough second day, but by rights, he should be in the front here. Heath Baldwin, his best is 4:38.80, and Heath Baldwin has his golden opportunity, and Rafael Rapp just pulls off the start line there. He had a couple great throwing days. Right to the lead is Yariel Soto Tirado. No surprise, but look at Owens Delerma tucking into second. And right behind him, Jack Turner. and then Aiden Wilmette. Again, a lot of athletes here have something to run for. It's not just Owens Delerma, but Heath Baldwin, who is currently in 5th, Devin Williams, who is in the orange, and he's towards the back of the pack, has a golden opportunity. We'll be looking at splits here and seeing what kind of pace. There's Devin Williams, number 3, Soto Tirado, number 8. These are where they are in the standings at the current time. That's their number on their jersey. Owens Delerma running very well there, Dan, tucking into 2nd.
Well, and this is something that these Arkansas runners are certainly used to. Soto Tirado, he knows he can make up a couple of places here in the last event, the 1,500 meters. But, you know, Aiden Owens Delerme, he spent all that time with Arkansas with these guys. He knows how they run, and I'm sure they all had a little conversation and said, Soto said, I'm going to go out in this pace. Jack Turner said, I'm going to be right behind you. And Aiden Owens Delerme is just like, look, I'm going to do my best to keep up as well. But Soto running tough out front there right now. He went out just a little bit quick on that first lap, and now he seems like he's settling into a more comfortable pace.
And Jack Turner there in 2nd. And it was 48.79 through the first 300. So about 65-second pace. We know it's going to slow down a bit. And Soto Tirado has definitely slowed it down. Turner into 2nd. Austin West, who I expected to kind of be potentially leading this, is in 3rd. Owens Delerme slowing down a bit. Jack Flood, who's got a chance to get a lifetime best, now in 4th. Devin Williams making a big move into 5th. He has a chance at a lifetime best. A real change in the leaderboard here, which I'm not really used to seeing in a decathlon 1,500. Compre is another guy trying to get 8,000 points. His best 1,500 is 450.59. I'm not sure why Devin Williams is running extra around the curve here in lane 2, but you don't want to be running extra mileage here, extra yardage in a decathlon 1,500. But look at Devin Williams go.
Well, this is crazy. Somebody's got to get out there and take the lead, though, Tom. And that pace slowed down so significantly. These guys aren't racing each other. They're not racing each other. They're racing for time. So Jack Flood, get in the front there and push that pace. Devin Williams, somebody's got to get out front because Soto relinquished that lead, and it looked like nobody wanted to take it over.
Correct. And that was a 71-second lap they just ran. So they got to hoof it. They got to really move here. Soto Tirado, I don't know. It's unfortunate. Now we look at Owens Delerma. He's obviously slowing down significantly. He's even behind Jack Flood. Baldwin. Let's see if we can pick up Baldwin in this shot. I don't even see Baldwin. 1 lap to go in 3:23. Let's see where Owens Delerma finishes here with 1 lap to go. So he's at 3:34 with one lap to go, and it looks like he's kicking a little bit, Dan.
Well, I think he knows he really took it easy on that second and third lap, and he's got a lot left over. He's going to be kicking it in there. There you see Compre struggling just a little bit with 300 meters to go, but this is not the fitness level that we're used to seeing Aiden Owens Delerme in. But this has been a very compelling and fun 1,500 meters. So much at stake for so many of these athletes.
Yeah, so Devin Williams in 3rd, Austin West in 2nd, and Austin West may end up winning this, although Turner looks good. Flood may get a lifetime best if he can kick it in well. Soto Tirado in 5th. Wilmette in 6th. There's Heath Baldwin in 7th. It's going to be tough. We're going to see slower times than we had really wanted to out of our key competitors. Turner, we need to fix the camera on the finish line now to see these guys come through. 4:30 for Turner. West 4:32. Flood gets 4:33. That's going to be close for him. Devin Williams about 4:38. Baldwin 4:40. Owens Delerma coming up now. And Owens Delerma is going to finish in about 4:45. So we're slower than we wanted to be here. Unfortunately, that's going to send some times and performances down. They really, Dan, you pointed it out, they really lagged in the second lap. Everything turned around when Soto Tirado fell off the back of the turnip truck, and nobody decided to pick the pace up. and
Well, I think
waiting
everybody,
scores.
I was going to say everybody expected Austin West to get up there and in the mix,
Yes,
and I think
yes.
that javelin throw just took him out of personal best contention, and so he just didn't run the 1500 like he normally does, and they really kind of left the lead up to the field, and you're right, it was Soto went out so fast in that first lap that they couldn't do anything but back off. And there you see Mike Owens with the Owens Delerme shirt on, but what a performance by that guy here over the last
87.32.
couple of days.
Woo, Dan, it came in 87.32. Well, he beats Dave Johnson's meet record of 87.27. It is the #1 decathlon in the world this year of 87.08. It's a national record. It's a lifetime best, and that moves him to 16th on the all-time world list. Let me just double check that. Pardon me, 17th on the all-time world list between Jürgen Ingsen and Edward Hamalainen.
Well, there you see Soto Torado taking that pace out early, and God, he was quick for 300 meters, and he paid the price on the back end. Jack Turner, he probably had about the most steady race of everybody. Devin Williams, he's showing some great form here. Devin Williams will go 83.42, and that's his highest score in the last 4 years. Jack Flood over 8,000, but Heath Baldwin 84.70 gets
And
himself
gets
an
the
Olympic
Olympic standard.
mark.
Yes,
Woo, nice.
yes indeed.
But Edgar Compere, man, he just couldn't bring it home in the 1,500 meters, and he misses 8,000 by 25 points.
So Compre, that's a lifetime best for Compre of 266 points for Compre. And Jack Flood misses his lifetime best by 6 points. Devin Williams misses his lifetime best set 7 years ago by 3 points. Heath Baldwin gets the Olympic standard by 10 points, and Owens Delerme gets a national record, a world lead, a meet record by 10 points. And there you have it. That's a great shot right there of the results. What a couple of days, Dan O'Brien.
Tom, what I love about these scores, and you look at these scores, these are scores comparable to what you would see at the Decathlon meet. Maybe not quite as deep as you'll see at Gotsis, but I hope that athletes are seeing it's like, hey, Mount Sac Relays is set up for the multis. We can put together a field like this each and every year and really put some great marks on the board. This competition had all the significant names in it. Unfortunately, Zach Zymick didn't need to finish 10 events, and Harrison Williams didn't need to finish 10 events because they got Olympic standards, Olympic qualifying marks. But this could be the world-class decathlon, heptathlon that we need here in the United States.
That is really well put, and I think that's a really good way of looking at the significance of this couple of days, is that, we had some great performances in both the DECA and the HEP, and this is a destination. The weather was beautiful, windy, yes, but beautiful, reliable, and just some brilliant performances. And even further down the line, Jack Turner, 78.73. Yariel Soto Torado in the battle for supremacy of the Razorbacks, only 39 points back. Wamet, a respectable score, 77.94. So there was a lot of really good performances. And then even guys that skipped events like Raphael Rapp, he has a lot to look forward to.
So real quick, Tom, let's give some grades out, okay? I think we got to give
Yes.
Aiden Owens Delerme an A, not an A+, but we'll give him an A for his the job that he did over the last couple days. Yeah, Devin Williams, B+. This guy is the best score we've seen him put up in quite a while. Heath Baldwin, on the other hand, we got to give him an A as well. Oh my gosh, a personal best. He comes out of here with a big time score. Think about going back to college. You're going back to class to sit in psychology class on Monday, knowing you've got an Olympic qualifier in your pocket. Edward Compre, B-. He was on a good roll,
come on, better than that. He breaks his PR by almost 300 points. Come on.
You're right. Look, A-. We'll give him an A- there.
By
Um,
the way, can I say
and
one
then,
thing? Go ahead.
yes.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Well,
I
I was
was
going
going
to
to
say
say,
let's switch over to the women, but go for it.
all right. So on that 8470, I just want to point out that Heath Baldwin moved into sixth on the all-time collegiate list. He just moved ahead of Trey Hardy by 5 points. Okay. He's 13 points ahead of Ashton Eaton. Okay. It's a remarkable performance. The only decathletes to ever score higher were Neugebauer, Kyle Garland, Lyndon Victor, who won the bronze medal at the World Championships, Owens Delerma, and Karel Tilgen. They're the two stars of the moment. Baldwin on the left, Owens Delerma on the right. Heath Baldwin, you have just joined some select company when you have a better score in college than Trey Hardy, Tom Pappas, and Ashton Eaton ever did. That's pretty impressive, Dan O'Brien. Can you give him a little bit higher of a grade, a little grade inflation here, maybe?
Well, I gave Heath Baldwin an A,
I thought
definitely
you
A,
gave him an
even
A
A
minus.
plus.
You
Oh, was
give
it
him an
A minus?
A.
Sorry, no,
Yeah.
8470. That it was that discus. I can't
Yes,
get over that
discus was
discus
terrible.
mark. So,
Terrible. Yeah.
all right, so let's flash over to the women. Michelle Atherley,
Yes.
she gets a solid A, man. She showed
Yep.
up and put it down. But I'd say, all those ladies in the top three positions or top four positions, personal bests. So, you have to give them A's. Nina Schultz, Jaden O'Brien, solid by the
Yeah.
NCAA indoor champ. And then Pippi Lotta Enoch, she comes back. She comes from way back in the final two
Yes.
events to score over 6,000 points. And, I just heard those. I'll give her an A for the second day effort, but man, she was really average on day one. So I think she averages out to about a B there. So those are my grades, but exciting stuff. I just think that the news is going to get out here. They're going to see these scores from Mount Sac and just go, oh my gosh, what was going on over there on the West Coast?
All right. How about Yuska Vashuta? What's your grade on
Oh yeah,
her?
absolutely. No, she did a wonderful job as well, but it was just a little bit under the radar. Michelle Atherley outshined her just a little bit, but every time you turned around and you looked at the scoreboard, it was like there's Yuska Fashute, and she was just getting it done. But I like her style. She's a real explosive athlete. I think for her to go to another level, now that she's on the post-collegiate program, I think she, this time of year as a collegiate, she was in a little bit better shape. So I'm going to be excited to see what she can do in a couple months' time.
Dan O'Brien, I have to tell you, I'm really going to miss you as I finish out the evening here. Your cogent analysis, your connection to the multi-event worlds and the instant texts and the great research you did. I just want to thank you so very much, and I know that the Oregon Relays are going to be thrilled to have you as you meander out your way up to Eugene, Oregon. So Dan O'Brien, I'm going to say goodbye, good night, and what a fabulous 13 hours of commentary. And for those of you out in the audience, I hope you learned a ton because I sure did.
Hey, thanks, Tom. I had a great time. Sign me up next year, man. This was a ball. You do a great job, and I love giving these kids the props that they need, and nobody does it better than you. Thanks, buddy.
Oh, thank you, Dan. Well, another beautiful day at Mount Sac. We have some evening activities yet to go. We have a javelin coming up shortly, and we'll get to all that. A couple 10,000s, a couple steeples, a couple javelins. More to come. You're watching the Mount Sac Relays, the 64th annual Mount Sac Relays on Runnerspace.